Joined live from Zurich by Christian Gattiker, Head of Research for Bank Julius Baer. Thank you so much for speaking to us. So let me just start by asking you about BP, because indications are that they could be seeing some real progress since the start of this oil leak in actually capturing some of the oil that has been leaking out of the well. Does this represent a real turning point? What is the significance of this development for the company?
I think we've been there again and again, so meaning that there was hope and then again disappointment. And if you look at the company statement, that they can't really tell you, how much oil they can capture, at least in proportion of the overall spill. I mean, it doesn't make you too confident about their being on top of the whole situation. I think the next big issue is really that the US politicians, being so much under pressure for that, will do something silly to BP, and I think that's what the market now is so much concerned about.
Now, we've seen stocks right across the globe in Europe, US and trading in Asia really fall after disappointing US data and indeed ongoing concerns about the debt crisis in Europe, worrying comments coming from the government in Hungary. What do you think we're going to see in trading today and indeed over the course of the week?
Well, I think the Asian opening wasn't really too positive there in terms of what we can expect. So I expect that we'll kind of open in red here, and then it really depends on how the whole bond yields will respond to the news flow over the weekend. I mean, the Hungarian government tried to kind of contain the damage they did on Friday by saying that they would comply with this 4% federal deficit target for 2010. So whether they're now being really kind of believed by investors, that's a big question. But I think all eyes will be actually on the ECB statement, because they can no longer ignore that there's a run on Spanish bonds and also on French bonds. The bond yields are actually pushing up, and the capital market is challenging the governments and the ECB. And if there's no response this week, I think we'll have another very rough week ahead.
And of course, top of the agenda at that meeting of G20 finance ministers at Luxembourg, the European common currency falling to its lowest level in 4 years against the dollar.
Yeah, sure. I mean, they're kind of going into more detail with regard to this 750 billion rescue package, and are looking for so basically looking to kind of pave the way for a fiscal union. But I think this will not be as much in focus of the market, because this is a lot of groundwork that is involved there. So I think yes, this is an important thing, but overall I think all eyes will be rather on the ECB statement.
Christian Gattiker, thank you so much for your analysis.